Your safety matters more than ever. And with rising political tensions in the United States, it's crucial for you to understand how to prepare for the coming civil unrest. In this video, I'm going to walk you through some smart strategies that will help you protect you and your family in these uncertain times. Without fear, but with confidence and readiness. Hi, I'm David Tomsic. I think we can all agree that the United States has become more divided than at any time in history. Yes, that includes the Reconstruction period after the Civil War. Now, with the murders of Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband, and the recent murder of political activist Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University, we can see this divide widening. So it's important for you to understand that at any time, things can get worse. Chaos can erupt. We can find ourselves in a civil war, and you must be prepared. You must be prepared for you and your family. I'm going to give you some tips that will help you prepare right now. Number one, preparing for a lockdown. Now, we all know that Donald Trump isn't shy when it comes to using federal troops in American cities. He's already done it in Los Angeles, D.C., and he's threatened to use them in Chicago and other cities. Now, what happens if civil unrest breaks out nationwide? He won't hesitate using troops, and he won't hesitate, I believe, in declaring martial law, shutting down America. You must be prepared for that, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. You must be prepared with food right off the bat. Now, I go shopping, and we buy food that we like, and we store extra food. If you can, store a week's worth of food. If you really have enough money, get a month's worth. That's probably what most experts recommend. What do we buy? Chili, canned beef, canned peaches, ramen noodles. Make sure you get nutritional food as well. And if things get really bad and you think you need more and you have the money, you can buy these freeze-dried foods. This is from Patriot Supply. It lasts 25 years on the shelf. Just add boiling water. This is Maple Grove oatmeal, and you even have orange energy drink. They also have beef and other food items that are healthy, that give you enough calories to get through the day. Now, again, if you can afford these things, buy them. And remember, it's always important to know that you want to have enough stuff for your whole family. But what's next? What's next is water. That's right. Now, I know what you're saying. David, we have water through the pipes. Okay, what if? What if you have a massive cyber attack that shuts down the grid? What if you have domestic terrorists or militia groups shutting down water plants? And what if the government itself decides to shut down the water supply or shut off the electricity? Why would they do that? As a show of force, to contain people, to put people in their place. Well, if they do this, you need to be ready. Water is the most important thing you can have. You need at least a gallon a day per person to survive. Think about that. Now, how do you do that? Go out and buy some water. It's relatively cheap even now. You can buy bottled water at Sam's Club, Costco, your local gas station, Lowe's, and Home Depot. Another way you can do this is buy storage containers. You can buy something like this, blue food-safe storage containers. All you do is fill them up with tap water and you store them. Have as much as you can. Remember, shoot for 30-day supply. That's tough because, again, it's a gallon of water per person. And don't forget to have water for your pets as well. Number 3, medications. Remember, a crisis doesn't pause your need for medications. So call your doctor. Try to get a 90-day supply of medications. Most insurance companies pay for that. And remember, whatever else you take, you must have extra of to prepare for a 30-day lockdown. If it gets worse than that, that's a whole nother story. But let's stay with 30 days for now. You also need toilet paper and other hygiene products. Everything you use every day that's a necessity, you must have a 30-day supply of. Why? Because you don't know when that lockdown will be over. You don't know if you'll even be able to get these items from the store. There might be shortages of them. So prepare, prepare, prepare. Okay, before we move on, let's change the premise here. What if there is a complete economic collapse of this country, whether through a cyber attack, civil war, whatever? What will you need to do? Well, you still need medications, water, and food, right? You'd need them for longer term. That kind of changes everything, right? Cyber attack, civil war, you name it. What do you do then? Another set of circumstances. but you will need some extra things. Number 4 on the list is power and communications. You want to have some power and be able to communicate and get information from around the world, and of course, especially from any emergency services that are broadcasting. So if the grid goes down and you have a gas-powered generator, you're okay for a while. But if you don't have enough gas, eventually that will stop. If the electricity's out, the gas station will no longer be able to provide you with gasoline. The pumps won't work. So store as much gas as you can in legal containers, of course. If you have a charging station that's solar powered, that will be great. Why? Because you can then charge your cell phones and be able to get some type of communication and still be able to contact your loved ones if they're not already with you. Now here's the key. Text first, because if it's like a situation where there's so many people trying to call their loved ones, text will get through faster than phone calls. So text first, phone call later. So another thing you can purchase that's fairly inexpensive is a hand crank radio, a NOAA radio. You can get some stations on it. You'll be able to at least listen to maybe what's happening around the world and hopefully get some information from local news stations if they're still up and running. You also will be able to get a weather report, which is key if you need to leave the house. Now, before we move on, if you like the content you see on this channel, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share it. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. That will notify you when we've released a new video. Also, take a look at our channel and see the other videos that we've put out there. Watch them. And don't forget, you'll get the best information and analysis right here on The David Tomsic Show. Now, let's get to number 5. Number 5. Kenny Rogers once said, know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em. Well, here you got to know when to exit your home and know when to stay. That's a tough decision. It's a case-by-case basis. Now, obviously, in your town, you might be seeing lockdowns. You might be seeing federal troops come in to shut off access for you to leave, or even local townspeople and police. So you got to know before that happens. And that's a tough decision on whether you should stay in your house, whether it's safe, and if you have a better place to go, get there. Now, of course, many of you have people that you know outside of town in the country, uncle's farm, a cabin, a place you know where to camp. Maybe it's time to get there. But first, you have to have a plan for you and your family. If you guys are in different locations, know where to meet. Set that up beforehand. Have yourself some GPS or maps. Always buy physical maps and have a place for everybody to meet and how to get there. Remember, there's more than the car. You can use bicycles, motorbikes, and sometimes it's just about hiking. So be in shape, get ready. I know this is a lot, but remember, your life depends upon it. Don't be hesitant when you need to make a decision. Make a bold decision and take action. If you need to leave, get your car, if you still have a car, packed up with the things you need, tents and camping material, food and water, and of course, a way to protect yourself. And I'm going to talk about that too, because you need a way to protect yourself. I took martial arts for years. I do have weapons, and I'm trained in them. I'm not hesitant to be able to protect myself and my family. Many of you have not ever been in that situation. So here's some tips. First of all, have a go bag in your house. I'm going to put a list of information to a go bag. I'll link a description to places that sell them. Some you can just buy empty and fill yourself. Others already have items in it. I'll have a list for you of those things that you should put in a go bag. That way you can have them always ready, put them on your shoulder, and leave in a case of emergency. Now, once again, that isn't a catch-all. If you have a car and you can load it up some more, do so. Remember to have things that you're going to need. A small propane stove with some propane or butane. Have your ready-to-eat food in the car to go. This is great if you're camping. You just open it up, put the boiling water in, mix it, and eat. It'll save your life. Again, have water. Have water filtration straws. You can find them anywhere on Amazon or any other store that sells survival equipment and material. Make sure you have ponchos and waterproof equipment. Yes, this is a serious thing if you need to go camping. If you need to hike, you want to have the right shoes and clothing. Make sure you pack for the worst case scenario. That way you know if it's too cold, you still have the protection you need. And if it's too hot, you still also have some lighter clothing. This is something you need to think about right now. You have to have that prepared right now. The things you need. Don't overpack, but make sure you pack with the things that will save your life. Number 6, self-defense. As I mentioned, I have some items that I use for self-defense, but maybe you don't. You're not trained in the martial arts. You don't have them. If you can, I recommend having a 9mm pistol, some ammunition, or a 12-gauge shotgun. Very common round, something that you can have confidence in. Now, make sure you're legal with these. Make sure you're trained. Make sure you have a permit. Make sure you have all the information on how to clean your gun and how to take care of it. There's also some other things you can use. Expandable nightsticks and bows. These things expand. They're metal. They'll help you fend off an attacker. Train with them a little bit. Have pepper spray. Make sure you have an idea of what to do and how to protect yourself. And again, be bold. Don't take shit off of people. Protect yourself and your family. Finally, I want to talk about the gray man rules. If you have to go on the road, if things get that bad, you have to understand how to blend in. Too many people are too obvious about what they're doing. Now, gray man rules is something you can find on YouTube. There's videos about. It's a way of life when it comes to being in a end of times scenario, okay? Don't dress in bright colors. Dress in gray. Have sunglasses, a bandana, a hoodie, a hat. Don't make yourself obvious. Don't make it look like you have something to take. Keep to the shadows. Keep low. Make sure you have an understanding of where you need to go, what you're looking for. Just don't be obvious about anything. Blend in. Make sure you and your family can blend in to hide when you need to hide. Make sure you understand your environment and what's around you. And once again, always have a scout that can maybe slip into areas and check what's going on, where you need to go. Again, this is a complicated matter, but the bottom line is it's safety. Don't be obvious. Hide when you need to hide. Don't confront anybody when you don't have to. Once again, the safety of you and your family have to be at the top of your list. So those are my 7 strategies to help keep you safe, to help you prepare. And again, there's much more. I went over things that I think most people can do right away, can prepare for right away. It can get very complicated and expensive. If you listen to prepper channels, my goodness, you're looking at thousands of dollars worth of equipment. Sometimes you can find things that you may need at garage sales, online garage sales. Go and look for things, whether it's sleeping bags or tents. That isn't a problem. I'm not saying you will ever need to use them, but it's nice to know they're there. If you go and buy a pistol, learn how to use it. Learn how to defend yourselves. Look at some self-defense videos on YouTube. It's expensive to go get training, I know, so a lot of these things you can do on your own. Go out and drive around the country, drive around your neighborhood. Learn where there's back alleys and pathways that you can take if you need to. This is a big deal. Things can go south quickly, my friends, and without you being able to make bold moves and understand what you need to do and have the items you need to do them with, you can be in deep trouble. I hope this has helped you. Please, again, if you like the video, like, subscribe, and share it. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you've learned what you needed to learn today. Stay tuned for the next installment of The David Tomsic Show. Remember, love your neighbor as yourself. I'll see you next time.